everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gemma and this is A Girl So Geeky. Thank you all for joining me today and thank you all to my new subscribers. It is great to have you here on my sewing journey. So today I thought I would do a video about my stash. I thought I'd do a little series of catch-ups just because prior to the latest two vlogs where I had the lovely Ellie joining me, it had been quite a while since I had done any vlogs, and I thought I would just do a bit of catch up, you know, like all the new fabrics I have in my stash, and later on I'll do one about the things I've made since I last did a makes video, and like my plans, updates, things like that, just to give you all a bit of a catch up. But I thought I'd sort of chop them all into different videos, just so they're not too long. I don't want to sort of be going on like ages for you, plus it just gives me some more things to make a video about. Win-win. So today is about stash, my fabric stash. Compared to some people's, it's not very big, but I really like it. It is probably more of a working stash. There isn't that much in there. As I was saying this, I feel like this is just a total lie. I was going to say it's kind of a working stash. It's not going to be in there for long because it's stuff that I want to make up fairly quickly. But yeah, there is stuff in there that's been in there a while already. So that's like a half a truth, I guess. But anyway, yeah. So I've got sort of quite a few new fabrics since we last spoke. So I just thought I'd go through what I've got. There's definitely still, going by sort of like my overview of my Me Made May thoughts, I still see sort of gaps in there that I'd like to sort of adjust, and a lot of that is just sort of plain fabrics. Pretty much I think everything I've got is some sort of pattern, which is fabulous. I love patterns, especially like for dresses and such, but I could really do with some plains, so I can sort of make some t-shirts or trousers, things like that. But that could be another video, we'll see. Please forgive me if I don't quite remember where I got them or how much they were, because some of them were from like last year, but I will do my best. How I've positioned you today is just to make the best of the light. It's like, I don't even have a watch on, but it's probably like 2:30, 3 o'clock. The sun is somewhere over there, and I'm facing my window, and it's obviously not coming at me. This is the best way to get some light, but it does mean you're going to just see some mess. And I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. I have cleaned my room this morning. It's the only housework I plan to do today, but I needed to get stuff out so it was easy for me to get to, so you're just going to have to put up with seeing it. I'm leaving a little bit of a gap just in case I want to put any pictures up. I'm not too sure yet, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so real life people, real life. So we'll just start with, I'm going to try and see what I can grab from what I purchased last year. I went to the Knitting and Stitching show in October. I went with Ellie. It was my second time being there. I think it was Ellie's second time, I can't quite remember now, but we managed to do sort of a coach tour, which was amazing, and we're going again in October. So I'm hoping that sort of going through this and like maybe my patterns, I'll be able to get a good idea of what I want to look out for. So I'm going to grab what I can remember that I picked up there. Now some of them have already been made up because, you know, I'm good like that. I'm not going to go over what the make is that much at the moment, just because I want to do that in a different video. And again, you know, I've been speaking for 4 minutes and not really done anything. So yeah, just the fabrics at the moment. So one of the fabrics I got from the Knitting and Stitching show, and I believe this was from Simply Fabrics, who I think are also part of the Textile Centre. I could be wrong. Because I spoke to her and I said, I know you've got a shop in Brixton, but you don't really sell online. And I'm sure she said they were part of the Textile Centre, and that's where you would buy the same fabrics online. So if I'm wrong, I do apologise, but I'm pretty sure that's what they told me. But I love Simply Fabrics. Their prices are really good and the fabrics are lovely. I would love to go to their shop in Brixton. I'd love to go there one day. If anyone has been to their shop, please let me know. Is it worth it? If you're in that area and you perhaps one day want to go for a shopping visit, let me know. I'm totally up for it. But yes, I bought this cherry print fabric. Hopefully you can see it in the light, which I love. I love, love, love cherry print. I think it's beautiful. This is some sort of jersey stretch material, and I made a manetta, of course. and I love it. This is probably one of my most worn outfits. I actually just pulled this out of the laundry basket so I could show you, but it's going to go back in there so it can have a wash. But yeah, I absolutely love this. I think it's beautiful. Another one that I picked up from the Knitting and Stitching show. I can't remember which stall this was from. Maybe something like Lily Fabrics. I'm not 100% sure. But this is a floral material. It is a stretch. I'm not too sure what sort. It almost has a scuba feel of it, where it has that sort of shiny finishing to it, but I don't think it is a scuba. I'm not sure. I mean it's quite a sturdy stretch. That one has already been made up. I can't remember the name of the pattern right now. It's a Vogue, but as I said, I'm going to do that into another video. But I love this fabric. It's so beautiful. I definitely want some more florals, but like nice sort of really bold print florals, I think. But yeah, really love that fabric too. Both of those were probably something like £4, £5, £6 a metre. You'll know me. I go for the bargains. I go for the cheaper options wherever I possibly can. And these, you know, are no different. Another one I picked up from the Knitting and Stitching show, and this one I really can't remember what stall I got for this from. But it was literally their last piece. I think they had like a 1.5 or 2 meters left, and I was like, I'll take it. This, you know, it's mine. And that's this. And sorry, I have cut this up, and I'm just finishing the project atop. But look at these lovely ladies in pink. Isn't that just so beautiful? And that is another sort of jersey stretch material. A lot of stretch in this one. So I've made sort of a t-shirty type pattern out of it. Hopefully that will be finished soon, because that's one of my pieces from the Great Big Pattern Swap. If you're not too sure what that is, you can look up the hashtag on Instagram. But yeah, I love this. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, that's another one from the Knitting and Stitching show. I feel like that wasn't it, but at the moment that is all I can think of that came from there. So now I'm going to go with some pieces that, oh, bear with me, I've just remembered I've got a drawer of stuff that I haven't looked at yet. Yeah, so there was a lot in that drawer, which I'd forgotten about. So these all come from another shopping visit. This was a shop in Gosport, just down the road pretty much from my mum. I'm pretty sure it's fairly new. I think it only popped up this year, potentially last year, but I'm sure no earlier than that. I can't quite remember what the name is. I kind of feel like it doesn't have a name, it's just a shop, but obviously it does. So I'm going to use the power of Google and see if I can try and find out what it's called. But it's a lovely shop. It's so small. It's super small. I think the main purpose of it is alterations, and maybe some sort of garment making. I think for like you know, like spangly stuff for dances and stuff like that. I think that's the main purpose. It's two really lovely ladies that work there. They're so kind and really helpful. But they do have sort of a small selection of fabrics, and of course I found something that I like, a few things that I like. So the first was this one. I'm hoping you can see. It is just a plain, finally a plain navy blue. I think it's just sort of a polyester type material, but it's got some really nice drape. It's not really very see-through, quite opaque, so I'm quite happy with that. This one I don't have plans for yet. I'm not entirely sure what I want to make. At first I thought trousers, but then I thought, how often do I really wear blue trousers? So probably some sort of dress, something I can sort of wear to work, I think. Not sort of too formal, like, you know, we're not, you know, that sort of corporate place, but I'm thinking some sort of dress. But yeah, I've not quite decided on that, so that one is going to stay in the stash for a little while. I'm just gonna pile it on the floor. Then there was this, which I love. This is just a small piece because I've already made something out of this. Yay! This is just some sort of cotton. It's quite a thick one. It's not sort of super drapey. You can sort of feel some structure to it. But I've made a dress out of it and I think it sits really nice. But I mean, how happy and summery is that? I mean, it's just lovely. It's beautiful. So I really love that one. The blue one I think was probably like, I don't know, £4 a metre or something. This was probably about the same. The blue one I think I got about 2 metres. This one I got about 3 because it was the shorter width. I'm pretty sure this one was. Yeah, it wasn't a lot per metre, otherwise I wouldn't have got it. Simple as. But I love it. So that one's from there. So it's been made up. Then there's this one. This I guess is some sort of cotton. I don't really know. And I'm annoyed at myself that I'm unfolding all this and I'm going to have to refold it all up. This one again, you know, it's opaque. It's got a good drape. This one I'm thinking of making some culottes from. Because I really, really want some. And I could wear these ones to work. I really obviously want to do lots of, I'd love to do some nice pattern ones, some really florally ones that I can sort of wear out and about, but I thought for a first try, because I've not made culottes yet, this would be good, and it is something I can wear to work. So yeah, so they will be culottes. I don't know the price. Imagine they're all around about, give or take a couple of pound, around the £5 mark, and then we can't be that wrong. And then finally from that shop, this is probably my favourite material. I only got a metre of it because this one was a bit more expensive. I think this was something like £6 or £7, and after picking all those I was like, oh, just get a metre, I can make a top, it'll be fine. And then I got it home, looked at it again, I was like, I really love it so much. And I phoned my mum and I said, Mum, if I send you some money, can you please go and get me another couple of more meters, because I want to make a dress or something, I don't want just a top. And she did, she got it for me, and brought it down when I last saw her. Look at it. Oh, I've got it upside down. Hold on, sorry. Don't look at that. Now look. Oh my gosh, is that not amazing? I love it. All the heart eyes for this. I mean, look at that. I think the colour's coming up fairly well, maybe a little bit brighter than what it is. The dark blue background, and then obviously some sugar skulls and roses. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love this so much. I am a little bit scared to cut into this because I'm like, what if I pick the wrong pattern? Not in that like it won't work, because it's a woven and I've got quite a few patterns for woven dresses, but what if I pick the wrong dress and it just looks crap? Oh my god, how do you decide this stuff? So probably when I go through my plans, or I'm thinking about, obviously I'm going through my stash of fabrics and I've not done one, and I hadn't been planning to do one of my patterns, but I think I'm going to. I mean, let me know if that's something of interest to you, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, I think I might go through my patterns with you. That might be a bit of a longer video. I need to hurry up, this has been 14 minutes. But yeah, and in that way, maybe you could help me sort of marry up some of my patterns to my fabrics. This one I have kind of loosely earmarked for a pattern, but that can be changed easily if we think that it wouldn't look as great. I only really picked it because I hadn't made the dress before and I thought, oh, there you go. But then maybe that's the wrong way to go. I don't know. What do you think? Oh my god, isn't it amazing? I love it. Anyway, that was that shop. In another shopping trip, this was a shop in Fareham. And I think it's just called the Boutique Haberdashery. I'm pretty sure. I'll link them below. I don't know if they're online, I have no idea, but I will find out for you. Sorry, again, this has been cut up already and partially pinned because it's about ready to be sewn. But I'm just going to carefully try and unfold it a bit for you. And that's this. So this is, I guess, another cotton, but it is like a crinkle. Can you see like the texture? Like a crinkle cotton. which I've never worked with before. It's a little bit strange. I think this, to be honest, I am sort of like, I've done that thing again where I've bought it and I'm like, don't know. I think it'll look alright as a top. I hope it'll go, obviously not with this lipstick. I think it will go, but I'm making that into a top. That was about £5 a metre. That shop predominantly sells like 100% cottons, all from around £10 a metre onwards. They've got a couple of jerseys, a couple of little bits and pieces, but it's pretty much just cottons, but all sort of brand name ones. It's the one that my mum got me. I don't know if you remember that blue, actually I've got it here somewhere, sort of that blue, this one, blue and white sort of dotty one, which is a Dashwood Studio, so they do sort of all, you know, fancy ones like that. I consider this fancy. Whether you do or not, I don't know, but yeah. So that was at the same shop, and I was just there and I was like, oh, it's pretty. I would quite like, you know, I want more tops, so I thought this will be a good one to try. So I'm just trying not to lose any pins. So I'm going to make that up soon because I feel that the top pattern I've chosen will be quite quick to make up. So that's those. So we've covered the knitting and stitching show, a shopping gospel, a shopping fair. Now let's go to Chichester. We're going all over the place, people, all over the place. Okay, so Chichester. I popped to 2 shops there when I had my week off a couple of weeks ago. I went with Ellie. Thank you very much, Ellie, for taking me there. It was my first time going to these shops. The first one we went to was, I think it was called Falcon Fabrics. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen my stories. They had lots of amazing fabrics. They are a kind of like upholstery, curtain making, blind making shop, so that's what their fabrics are geared towards. But have a good rummage and you can find some really nice stuff, and if you don't mind sort of some of the heavier weight materials, beautiful. But they had a little dressmaking section, which is pretty much just like a bargain bin, and I found this because this was, I think, like £3 a metre. I'm sure it was about that. It was super cheap and I was like, I can't not, because in my Make 9 there is a coat, so I thought this would be fantastic for a wearable toile because I like it enough that if it goes well I would wear it. And this is some sort of woolly type material. I don't know what it is, but a woolly type material, and that is this. Now I'm thinking this is meant to be the outside and then this the inside. However, when I make it, I want to make it so this is the outside and this is the inside. 1, because I really like that pattern, and 2, because this is so much softer than this side, and I don't think this is a lined coat pattern, so that will be a lot more comfortable to wear against my skin, and that will just look prettier. Oh my gosh, and I folded it up like as soon as it finished dry, like as it dried, and it still smells wonderfully of like my fabric detergents and conditioner. Oh, it smells good. So I have a lot of that. Yeah, I think I've got about 3 meters. I don't actually know how much the pattern called for, but we were sort of thinking surely 3 meters I should be okay. If not, I might see if I can give them a call and say, hey, do you have any more of this left? Could I please have some more? We will see, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm not going to make that yet because we are still in the midst of a heat wave. We had a short break where it rained, but it's still really hot. And I'm really hot with all this talking, so I'm just going to have a quick sip of my coffee, which has now got lots of fabric lint. Oh well, you know, I love fabric that much. Very. So yeah, so I bought that, really like that. And then we went to the Eternal Maker. Oh my gosh, fabulous shop, really, really lovely. They have loads and loads of materials. They are predominantly a quilting material type place, but I don't see any issue using quilting cottons for garments. You know, why not? They've got a couple of jerseys which are really, really stunning, and some other like like canvasy, linen and bits and pieces. They also sell some patterns, which is really nice, and they've made up some samples. They do a lot of bag pieces, and you get all the little hardware bits that you need for it as well. Plus they are attached to a cafe, which I think is the Eternal Baker. That's really nice as well. Obviously we stopped for a bite to eat and a drink. But I was really good because, again, it was the higher price range than what I really like to go to. So I just got, I don't even think this is, I think this might be like, it's not a metre, but I think it's over half a metre, because I want to make the Deer and Datura, or however you say it, top. But I saw this and I thought, oh, I could make 2 tops out of this, with this fabric being the top part, and then because this is black and pink, on one version I'll do the bottom part black, and there's buttons down the back, so there'll be pink buttons, and then vice versa with the other one. So she got me, she measured me enough that we think that I can get 2 of the sort of yoke type bits out of it, and that is this. Ooh, look at that! Isn't that so gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I love it. I love pink. I like animals. I love animals. It's non-directional, which I love because I don't do a lot of directions, because, you know, matching up and checking it's the right way and stuff like that. But yes, isn't that amazing? So yeah, I'm thinking I might even have, boom. So this will be this part of whichever version I make. And then I've got the bottom parts. I've got them elsewhere. I'll show you those in a bit, because I got them from another shop. For the bottom part, but yeah, that is the top. So that was the Eternal Maker. So because I got such a small piece, it was only a couple of quid, so I was super happy with that. Bargain. Okay, next I'll show you this random little piece. So Sarah from Like So Amazing did a D-stash a while ago on her Instagram account. I saw this because it's polka dot. I love polka dot. It's a brown background and I guess cream polka dot, and I was like, yes please, I will have that. I don't know how much is here, maybe like around a metre, with a bit of a, obviously a bit cut out because it's a used piece. I'm thinking maybe I might be able to get like a short sleeved Agnes out of it or something. I don't know yet. I really need to get some more top, oh, it's all unravelling, it's all unravelling. There you go, look at that. Ooh. Yeah, some sort of top from that. I love a polka dot. Now, you know or how I also love Monsieur Georges, or La Duvet. Asda. We all know how I love bed sheets from Asda. Now, I think I've probably got a few here that you may not have seen yet. If you have, I do apologise, but I can't remember. But there's this one. Now, a lot of these were two-sided. This might even be from Primark, actually. I think this was from Primark, Primani. I can't remember what the other side was. Obviously, they come with 2 sides, and it was a contrast fabric. Can't remember what it was, but this was one side, which I really love. As you can see, that is already being made into a garment. You might recognise it. It is the vintage shirt dress, but I need to do my button placket, and I need to, have I hemmed it? I thought I still had yet to hem it, but it seems I've half done it because my bobbin ran out. Damn you, bobbin! So I need to finish hemming it and do the button. I'm unsure of this at the moment. We'll see how it goes when I finish it. But yeah, I actually really love that. I think that's a lovely, lovely pattern. There's also this one, which is being earmarked for a dress. I haven't yet cut it out. This is the other side. I most likely am not going to use that because I don't really wear a lot of white. It just washes me out. So I think if I do some sort of meetup that has a fabric swap, I'll probably take that with me. But yeah, that side I really do like. I don't know if it has a right way up. Maybe that. Yeah, I think it has a right way up. So that is going to be a dress. Actually, I might have cut it out because this is not a whole sheet. So maybe I've cut that out somewhere. That may be a... Yes, look. Project bag. It's cut out. And then yeah, that's the white piece. That's just going to go back into my stash drawer, which is pretty much full of bed sheets. Parts either that I'm not going to use, that I'm not obviously just going to chuck them. I will give them away in a de-stash or something at some point when I go to one. Yeah. Also another little random collection. I went to this, I can't remember what it's called, vintage kilo sale, clothing sale, kilo in kilos. Pretty much a load of vintage clothes, pretty much just a load of shell suits. I was quite disappointed. And you just fill up a basket and it's weighed, you pay by the kilo, which is actually a lot more expensive way to do it than what I thought. You don't get much in a kilo. And I think it was something like £15 per kilo. So I got 2 pieces because they're denim that I thought I could make like repurpose. These are denim dresses and I'm going to repurpose them into like a pinafore type dungaree dress or something. And I pretty much got them because of the detail that's on them. So look at that. I really like that, and I think that could be an amazing, like, made into pockets. Obviously you've got then all this massive load of skirt, which will be turned into the skirt and top, and then I mean, even that, to be honest, I could even just use that somehow repurposed into the bib, because I really do like that. So that will be redone. Oh my god, my room is now such a mess. It's all for you, my lovelies, it's all for you. And then there's this one, and this one, yeah, definitely. I mean, how those would make amazing pockets. How amazing. I mean, look at that detail. Isn't it beautiful? And there's a massive one on the back as well. So even maybe like a bib pocket, or that could be the bib or something. But then I've got all this fabric again. Plus it comes with all these amazing buttons, which that was my chair, by the way. That was my chair. I think they're either wooden or cork, not sure, but they're quite cool. I like them. I'd reuse them probably, if not on this whatever garment I make with this at some point. Okay, another one, just one random piece. I went to the Satisfaction Big Summer Stitch Up, whatever it was called. Obviously it was their big summer day, where a bit like big open day. They had like a little barbecue bit going on, and all their shops joining in, and a stall there. It wasn't as big and as much going on as I thought there would be, and it was so busy and so hot. So we didn't stay super long, because to be honest, there wasn't like loads to see. I mean, once you've been round once, you've been round. And we missed there was workshops running, but we just kept missing them. But it was amazing to meet so many lovely people, like people I've spoken to online. I got to meet the Stitch Sisters. It was amazing. I did not embarrass myself. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I was trying to be really sort of calm and collected, I'm an adult. But it was amazing. Yeah, and they did a pattern swap, a pattern and fabric swap table. So I took along a couple of other fabrics that I had already sort of cut out that I didn't need, and some patterns. So I took a couple of patterns, and I took this material, which I really, really like. It is just, it is like a jumper jersey, that sort of knitted effect. And I mean, one side of it is like super, super soft and lovely and just sort of matte. But then on the other side, you've got this real sort of shimmery, can you really sort of see the shimmer? Yeah, look at that. Really sort of shimmery, which I love. Glitter is my favourite colour, and I've got nothing glittery in my wardrobe. What the actual? Like, how has that happened? I don't know. I'm not too old to wear glitter, right? I mean, that's okay, as long as it's, tasteful. And this is tasteful, I think. So this is going to be a jumper. This is most likely going to be a Linden sweatshirt, but like the short one, because I just thought, a nice sort of almost baggy-ish type jumper, going over some nice sort of skinny jeans and nice little shoes. I just thought that would be really, really nice. And because that's been sort of zip-locked into a bag, it still smells so nice. Yeah, so I was really, really happy with that find. So that's going to be that, hopefully fairly soon. Obviously with this heat I'm not going to be wearing it yet, but it'd be nice to have it ready. And then, oh, and then another one-off random piece. Let me just make sure that is, yeah. I think this is everything. I may have some dotted around that I haven't remembered that it's new. I don't know. You're not going to know either way, really. But there we go. So this, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Like, look at the colours. And I'm pretty sure this is showing up pretty much true to life. This is an African wax print. This is from, here we go, hold on. There's a message on the side. Can you read it? Guaranteed wax block print. This is from the lovely Ellie. She went on holiday to Paris and she saw these and she was like, oh, tell me some colours that you like and I'm going to pick you up some African wax print. Because we'd been speaking about this fabric. When we went to the Knitting and Stitching show, there was someone that was selling African wax print there and oh god, they were so pretty. But they were kind of pricey and I was sort of like, well, I love it enough that I could fork out for it, but then I probably wouldn't really buy anything else. And Eddie told me, well, actually, if you go to somewhere like Wal, so many at sort of better prices. This was apparently quite expensive compared to a lot of other places that sell them. So I was like, oh, okay, well, that's fine, because maybe I'll go somewhere at some point and I can buy some. So I thought I'll leave it there for now, and that's how I got all my other little pretties that I bought there. But when she went to Paris, she found a shop that was selling them at a good price, and she was like, let me know some colours you like, I'm going to pick you up some. And she did. Thank you so much. I love it. Again, it's so beautiful. So until I know for sure what I want to make, I'm too scared to cut into it. I am thinking maybe a sew over Elsie dress, but with not such a full skirt. I'll probably maybe pick one of the skirts that I've got for something else that I've used that works well and just try and sort of marry them up together. But I will twirl the bodice of that. I don't really twirl at all. I just go for it and then just try and fudge it until it fits to how I like it. But I probably will twirl that first just because, you know, this is lovely and I don't want to mess it up. And I'd probably have it going like this way on the bodice and then this way on the skirt. What do you think? Think it would be alright? But oh, it's gorgeous. I love it, and I definitely would love to get some more wax prints. They are so, so lovely and they feel beautiful. I'm going to place that one down. Now, oh god, this is half an hour. This was meant to be like a 10-minute jobby. I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to speak too fast. If I am, I do apologise. I was truly trying to make this a quick video, but I've got more fabric than what I realised. How amazing. I love it. If I remember, I'm going to try and pop some pictures at the end because I store them all in this cupboard just at the end here. This is like a built-in cupboard. It's very shallow. There's, you know, you can't fit like hangers of clothing, so I just use it for fabric and some storage and stuff. So once I put all this back nicely, I'll take some pictures so you can sort of see it in all its glory. So last but not least, for those of you that have followed me on here and followed me on Instagram, you will probably know that last weekend, was it last weekend? Yes. I went to Southampton. Myself, Sian from Kittenish Behaviour and Claire from Penguin and Pear hosted the first South social sewing meetup. It was called Sew Southampton, because obviously we went to Southampton. There isn't anywhere down here that is a bustling metropolis of fabric shops. We just don't have it. But Southampton is the one place that has more than one. It has 3. Oh my god, how amazing, right? But we created a meetup just because it's everywhere else. It's so hard, it's so far away. Everywhere, you know, you've got all this so up north and Nottingham and Bristol and Brum and London, but there's nothing down here, and they all are quite a trek for anyone in this area. And obviously we all get really bummed that we can't take part. That, you know, we saw these people having these wonderful meetups. It's not just about the fabric buying, as amazing as that is. It is the social aspect. It's getting to meet other like-minded people, you know, who all share a passion for this wonderful hobby, or job, you know, however it, you know, it is that you're doing sewing. Yeah, and it's just amazing to actually meet these people. You know, it's great that we can talk online, but it's different to be able to speak to each other face to face and have a cuppa, and yeah, and obviously do some shopping, you know, sort of go out together and be able to sort of enjoy your day like this. So Sean asked if myself and Claire wanted to co-host, and of course we said yes. So we spent a busy couple of months, I guess, preparing for it and getting some goodie bags and making all the details, and it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. We had a pretty good turnout. We did have quite a few people who either cancelled or didn't turn up, but I think the number that we had worked really well, and I think everyone just had a great time. I had a lot of people sort of say really positive things, and they're all really looking forward to the next one, of which we are already discussing. So yes, so I'm going to go through what I got there. So we started off in John Lewis. I didn't really get anything John Lewis. John Lewis is expensive. As beautiful as their things are, I just couldn't, I didn't want to pay, because I knew we were going to be going somewhere cheaper, so I was like, I'm just going to look here and then go shopping a bit later. I did pick up something that I've moved. Oh, it's here. I picked up this, which is, actually I've not even opened it yet. It's just a wrist thing, pin holder, wrist pin holder thing, because it was on sale for £3.30, so I was like, yeah, why not? And I also got one of those little, I could go and get it, but I can't be bothered. It's in the cupboard. It's like you know, the wooden frames that crisscross open with the fabric baggy, and you can put your wool and stuff in it. I picked up one of those because obviously I'm still learning to crochet. It is on hold because I just haven't had time, and I would like to start learning to knit at some point, so I thought that would be really nice to use. I've put it away for now because it's not going to be used at the moment. I don't want it to be broken or anything like that, but yeah, I got that, and that was only like, I think like £7, because that was on sale as well, and it's the same fabric as this, which I think is really pretty. Then we had lunch, then we went to Fabricland, and just bless them, they were not prepared for us. So we pretty much just decimated their stock. But it was amazing, I loved it. Plus it helps, I had a cousin that works there, so I was just like, hey, is this okay? And she was just like, yeah, go for it. So we just like ran riot, and it was amazing. So I picked up a few bits there. So I've got this beautiful check. Now I've been saying that I wanted to get some of this fabric for a while, but I didn't want to get the small check. I didn't want to get one that was like coloured in that it would remind me of school uniform. So I figured the big squares and like the black and grey, because I didn't wear that colour at school. We had like reds and blues and I think even yellow. So this does not remind me of school, and that I am grateful. So I've got a couple of meters of this. I have already picked out what I want to make. I hope that I've got enough. If not, I'll have to pop back in. So I've picked out the pattern obviously after, and I want to make the Mimi G Jessica dress out of it. I think that will look super cute, I hope. Then I also got this. This is just a plain cotton. Can you guess what this is to go with? Yes, this is for the Datura blouse. I've got the buttons somewhere, but they're just plain. I've got some plain black buttons, just simple, nothing fancy to them, and some plain pink ones. So that is the pink fabric. Then I got this black fabric, which is kind of like a suiting cotton, what you would make like a nice suit out of. You can sort of see it's got that bit of texture to it, which is most likely going to be for trousers, or potentially a blazer. This, I'm not too sure yet. Both of these were I got on the big pattern swap. I'm thinking one of these. Any thoughts, opinions? Let me know if you do. But it's going to be one of those, I think. Hopefully I've got enough. We'll see. But yeah, really quite a nice weight. I didn't want to go through anything too thin. I didn't, you know, I want it sort of, it's covering my butt. I want it fairly sturdy, and that fills it. Excuse me. Then I got this, and I actually saw this in my local branch, the Portsmouth branch. I didn't get it at the time because I was in a rush and I wasn't in a buying frame. But then I saw it there and I was like, well, obviously it's fate, so I have to have it. I'm going to get glitter everywhere. Me saying that glitter's my favourite colour, but when it goes everywhere, it is a bit of a pain. So I'm not going to unravel it all. I'm just going to get it so you can see enough of it. Oh, look at that! Now, I think it's coming up brighter on the screen than what it actually is. Is it? A little bit. It's probably not quite that bright. Oh, look, and look how wonderful it matches my lipstick. But oh my god, how beautiful is that? I love that. Absolutely love it. Obviously, that is it's a jersey, like stretch material. And that is going to be a sweater of some sort. I'm thinking the Astoria, Seamwork Astoria. Yeah, I think that would look quite nice. If you think otherwise, again, please let me know. It could be a linden, it could be a chestnut. That's the sweaters that I have. But oh, I love it. I can't wait to be wearing that. So that's not going to take too long to make up either. That is actually all I got from Fabricland. I was quite restrained. I think just because it was so busy there. It was so hot there. And trying to carry all like your bolts of fabric to the till was really hard. So that was enough. I'm really pleased with my purchases though. And last, we went to IKEA. IKEA! Which I love. I just love IKEA anyway. Literally as we're walking through to get to the fabric section, I'm like this, don't look at anything, don't look as much as you want to, just don't look, because I will then just not get to the fabric section for like a day because I want to see everything else. However, we did get straight to the, sorry, my chair is really squeaky today, I need some WD-40. We went to the fabric section, and yeah, really nice. What I didn't realise is that you cut the fabrics yourself. I actually really loved that. Geek alert. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. So you take your bolts down of whatever you want. They've got obviously the table there. You unfold it, measure it out, snip it up, roll it up, give it to them. They weigh it. It is like £5. These are all for like £5 per metre. But obviously they weigh to see how many metres that you've got, because the machine does some sort of magical thing where it knows, you know, how much is there and how much it should be. So I really enjoyed cutting it, and I cut a couple of other pieces. I think I cut some for Claire because I was just like, yeah, I'm loving this, you know. I could totally work in a fabric shop. So, you know, fabric shops of Portsmouth and surrounding area, if you want me to work there, I totally will because I loved it. Yeah, anyway. Now these, so I did manage to find a fairly lightweight cotton. So this is the counterpart to obviously the pink one. So this is the last bit of the Datoras. So hopefully those won't be too long for me to sort of make up. I've actually already started cutting out the pattern. Before you get too worried, I printed the PDF, stuck it together, and I'm cutting that out. It was only like, what, 10 sheets or something? It was something, a really small amount. So I'm just cutting it straight out. I've got like 3 unfinished projects, and rather than complete those, I'm just going to start a new one. Why not? But yeah, I'm going to cut those out. I'm unsure yet which one I want to do, so I'm just cutting all the pieces. But yeah, so that's the other counterpart for that. And then the rest are, these are quite, I don't know, like a heavy cotton, or maybe like a canvas. And I know some people that bought from there are making like bags. Claire's already made something up out of this actually. I think she made the Pippi pinafore, which looks really amazing. So I guess dungarees and pinafores also would be really great for this. But I am thinking, you know, obviously I want garments rather than bags. As much as I want to make bags, not yet. I want garments. I want stuff in my wardrobe. Sorry, I'm now feeling hay fevery because I've got the window wide open. Anyway, so I'm some sort of wintry type dress. Is that a thing? It's got, I hope it is. Because I'm hoping I can make some sort of dresses out of this, but obviously they're going to be heavyweight, so they'll be like autumnal, winter. If you've got any ideas of patterns that could work, please let me know. And when I do my pattern video, if I obviously haven't spotted any that would match up well, but you do, could you please let me know? Because I am kind of unsure at the moment of what I could make. But I mean, anyway, the first is this. Ooh, which I think is really nice. Kind of makes me think of fireworks or flowers. You know, a flowering firework. On a side note, I saw a shooting star last night and it was amazing, and I made a wish. Yeah, I've not seen a shooting star in many a year. And it was just fortuitous that I happened to go outside, or serendipitous, whichever you want. I saw my cat on the wall outside, so I went out to say hello, distracted by a plane, looked over, shooting star. And what was also really funny is that it came up on my timeline on Facebook, that time, pretty much the exact time, like it was about like 8 minutes past 10, so give or take a few minutes, that time last year, saw my cat outside, went to say hello, looked up and I saw a bat, which I love bats, absolutely love bats, and I was just like, it's the one and only time I've seen a bat, and I was just like, wow. So I'm like, what am I going to see next year? Who knows? I'm excited. Anyway, sorry, little side story there. I've also then got this one. These are all the same, like weights, materials, whatever. So I've got this. And I really like this as well. I think this is really cute. This is like a green with like a beige, with the beige lines. But I really like that. Again, and this actually almost feels a bit more drapey though. So maybe not quite the same. So this, yeah, this actually feels a little bit more drapey. So I might get away with, a dress might come out a little bit better in that. And then this one, my favourite. Look at it. Is there a bird that side? No, so I'm going to flip it round. Can you see the bird? How cute. Oh, I love this. This is, it kind of looks a bit like a denim blue background, and then you've got all these beautiful colours. To be honest, if the dungaree pinafore type thing that I'm making with that jean material goes well, one of these could go with that, because that would be really nice with a really sort of, maybe like an Agnes underneath. So at least one of them might go for that. But yeah, I really love that. Oh, it's so pretty. And then the final piece, a little bit different. Myself, Claire and a lady called Sharon there, we started looking at the blankets. Oh, IKEA have got some really gorgeous blankets to actually have as blankets, really pretty. And then I was like, these could be jumpers. And then we were trying to sort of think about ways of how we could make them into jumpers without them, because they're sort of knitted materials, without them unravelling too quick before we're sort of finished. So we were sort of thinking, oh, you know, well, I don't know, ways of trying to like sew it and then overlock it or whatever you can before it unravels. But so I'm thinking, oh, that's the new thing, because obviously buying it as a blanket is a lot cheaper than buying like the knitted fabrics. So yeah, I'm going to get some blankets and make them into jumpers. Yes. Because I mean, I've bought just a cheap one to start with, and to be honest, this is a fleecy one, so this is not going anywhere. This is not going to like unravel. But then I'm going to just check out some charity shops, you know, find some blankets there and see what I can make. Blankets are the new jumper. So this one, yeah, this one was like £3.50. So this is a great one for a practice. It is just a fleecy material. It is not going to fray. This is not going nowhere. Isn't my English fantastic? Plus, it has got this great detail on both of the ends. What's going on? I'm just going to hold it over my head. Can you? Just to show you this, look. It's got this detail. Which would make a great like hem, like bottom of the jumper. So rather than sort of turning it up and hemming it, I will just leave it like that. I mean, how, yeah, that would be amazing. I don't know what jumper I'm going to make yet. Again, it's going to be an Astoria, a Linden or a Chestnut, because that's what I've got. Which would you suggest? Any suggestions? But I really love that feature. If there is any way that there's enough, I wouldn't even mind having the cuffs, like the ends of the sleeves with that as well. But it was, I'll have to see with regards to placement and stuff. But yeah, and that's super cozy. So that is it. Oh my gosh, oh my, this is almost an hour long. What happened to my like 10-minute video? So I'm pretty damn happy with my current fabric stash. But yeah, definitely I want to get some plains in there. I want to be making more t-shirts, some more relaxed t-shirts. Sorry, I'm not wearing Me Made today. You know, it's really hot. I don't, except for some dresses, I don't have any summery separates. So today I'm just wearing my Nikki Bella t-shirt because, you know, it's hot and I like it and it's red. So yeah, so I definitely want to make some more. If you could tell me, where do you buy your fabrics? Obviously I have Fabricland, but they don't have the greatest types of fabrics. The majority of their fabrics, at least in this branch that I have near me, is polycotton, and we all know I'm not a big fan of polycotton. And they have some others, but how the shop is arranged, it's annoying going shopping there. It's quite annoying. So it's gonna have to be online. So I'm thinking I want to make a couple more Manettas. So I need some jersey from Manettas. I want to make some t-shirts. I mean, obviously I've got the Agnes pattern, but I'm thinking maybe like the Lark tee or Scout tee, or I've just seen Amanda from I Sew A Lot. She's just made a Deer and Doe, like a vest type top, but like the thick like vest, not like a strappy one. I can't remember the name of the pattern, but that looked really nice. I'm just sort of thinking like for summer, and because it's hot. I know there's not much of summer left, but to be honest, I'd even wear them in the winter for layering up pieces. So again, I imagine they're going to be jerseys. Where do you buy your jerseys? I am obviously looking at the lower end price, you know, anything under £10 a metre. If you can give me suggestions of where you shop online for sort of pretty good quality jerseys, and even some wovens, you know, for that sort of price, I'd be really grateful, because obviously there are so many places online to shop and it can get a little bit overwhelming. So if I can shop somewhere that has recommendations, you know, I would love that. And you know, I really want to support independent companies, so you know, whoever's out there, let me know, and so I can have a good look. I'm not going to be shopping just yet though, because I have got some stuff to work through, and I am going to Knitting and Stitching Show again in October, so we'll see, but it's all good, you know, to know for future reference. But that is it. We are coming to an end, viewers. Thank you so much. If you made it this far, bravo! You know, pour yourself a glass of wine, you deserve it. Thank you for watching. I am absolutely gasping. I'm actually going to go and pour myself a cider because it's Sunday afternoon and I deserve it too, because we're worth it. Yeah, so that is my stash. As I said, I will grab some pictures so of them all packed away so you can see. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to get making with some of these. I really need to finish my current projects. I just need like button plackets and stuff like that. Just get on and do it. I think it's because I've had a lot of, as I was making them, I had a lot of fitting issues. and I've just been like, meh. But no, I just need to finish it, see how it turns out, and go from there. I'm determined to get something, at least one, finished this afternoon. Probably the one with the pink ladies, because I pretty much just need to do the hem and sort the sleevey army-hole bits out. Yeah, so that is it. I'm going to sign off. So I'm going to do some other catch-ups, you know, episodes, because this is like a sitcom, videos, whatever, in the future. So obviously just going about what my makes and plans and patterns, etc. So hopefully that won't be too long. I'm hoping to, you know, I think I've been fairly good with the last two, and then this one with like how often they're coming out. I'm going to try my best to keep that up, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos, then please hit subscribe. If you tap the bell, it means that you'll be notified anytime I post a video, which will hopefully be with some regularity. And yes, and then we can go through all this wonderful chat again. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!